Hello there, HomesteadyLife here. I'm making a little video for you in case you would like to still grow some vegetables or salads this season. It's already September and most of the veggies are a bit too late to plant. However, there are still few which you might want to give a chance to. First plant I would give a go would be some spinaches. Spinaches in general are quite cold hardy. It only takes about 30 to 40 days for them to mature and be ready for harvest. So it's a really nice and quick crop that you can give a go to. Even if a spinach gets a little bit of the frost, it's no problem for them unless you don't have very deep frost coming over. Second plant on the list would be lettuce. Same like spinach, lettuce enjoys a nice cool environment when it's not too hot. When we planted here in our farm, lettuce had a really hard time because it was already months of May and April, and the heat really kicked in to about 30-35 degrees Celsius. So it really did not have a great time growing. But now that the weather starts to cool off in September, we're gonna give a go and see how the lettuce will be growing. Same like spinach, lettuces take about 40 days to mature. And even if it's a bit earlier, you can harvest them when we're still at baby size. Another plant on the list would be radishes. Radishes are one of the quickest growing crops in general. Even if you're planting in September or October, you might have just enough time for them to fully mature and to be harvested. When planting radishes, you want to make sure that your soil is quite loose and is well drained. So maybe cultivating beforehand would be a really good choice. After radishes, I would give a go for kale. Kale is one of the most cold hardiest salads that you can grow. Also, it kind of benefits from the cool environment because it makes their leaves even more tastier. Different than radishes, kale matures in about 50 to 70 days. Even if you harvest them at smaller size, it's totally fine for the plant. Also, another tip you can try is mulching over the kale will allow them to have a longer growing season, as the cold will not penetrate deeper into the soil. And same goes for radishes, to be fair. After the kale, we have carrots. Carrots are a bit slower to grow, takes about 70 days. Some take even longer, depends on the breed. Same like kale and radishes, it does enjoy the well-drained and cultivated soil. Also, you can mulch them over, which prevent any frost damage in case that happens. Even if they don't have enough time to fully mature, by the time you can harvest them as a baby carrots, which work well in any dish. Another plant would be beetroots, which, same like carrots, enjoy nice and cool weather. It also affects their taste. It might be a little bit more sweeter if you have a cooler period during that time. It takes about 70 days as well. Some are a bit earlier, depends on the size when you would like to harvest them. Next few plants on the list are broccoli and cauliflower. Both of these I would recommend looking locally if there is any plant nurseries where you could get a little transplants, because these plants do tend to have a bit longer period of maturity. They both take about 50 to 80 days. There are a few tricks what you could use to make sure that they don't die when the frost kicks in. When it comes to cauliflowers, you could set up a little foil over them, would prevent if any sudden frost kicks in. Broccoli, I would try the mulching method. As mentioned before, the well-drained soil is a key as well for them to grow. And probably the last plant on the list, it would be garlic. You won't be able to harvest this season. However, you can give yourself a head start by planting it in autumn, which will make your harvest early in summer. Probably I would plant the last out of all this list. It's really nice if you plant just about 2-3 weeks before the first frost date. In that case, the plant has enough time to establish its roots and not make any greens just before the frost, so it saves energy for the following season. So I would give a go 2-3 weeks before the first frost date. You can find that probably in Google by checking your climate zone and when it normally arrives. So yeah, that was my list of the plants you can plant now in September. Don't be discouraged by the colder weather coming in. I know it's not the same as the springtime when everything goes green. We still can make some vegetables and get some nice and fresh greens still up until very late into the fall. So thank you for watching, and hopefully to see you in the next video. Bye!